if you were running the Niners draft, what would you do with pick 31? Would you trade up? Would you trade down? Would you target a specific position?
Yeah, I think, look, the more and more I keep hearing everyone in mock drafts talk about Niners offensive line, the more convinced they're not going offensive line. I don't see it. I see no way, no how it's happening. They're going to go either defensive line or I really hope they go to now, and I've convinced myself now the last 2 weeks, is cornerback. Go corner. You have to now. You have no future beyond 2024. And I don't see how. Look, everyone keeps talking about Brandon Ayuk's got to get extended. Brandon Ayuk's got to get extended. True, for sure. Priority number one. What about Charvarius Ward, Deommodore North? They're the last year of their deals. Like, that's the last time I checked, those are two pretty amazing cornerback duos that you have someone who can kick in outside with Lenore and someone who's just coming off his first All-Pro year in Ward. So I would really love, if you're at pick 31, if you're lucky enough to have Kool-Aid McKinstry fall that far, or even if you were just say, like, I saw, what's it called? I saw our colleagues at SI said something about, get the corner from Missouri, or PFF. I saw you said get TJ Tampa. Look, if you can get McKinstry, you can move up a few spots. Like, go get that guy. Or if any of those other two guys are still there, like in the second rounds, move down and get them. But I think it's time you get these guys, because the Niners have been wanting a good outside corner for years now. It feels like ever since Richard Sherman and Jason Verrett, or Richard Sherman retired and Verrett got hurt, it's like they've been struggling so hard to find that corner they could just say it's theirs. And it's like, no, duh, you guys haven't invested really a day one or day two corner in like ever. And who's the earliest one under this regime? Ahkello Witherspoon. He was okay, but he didn't last long. So go finally get that guy. Ideally round one. You can get that 5 years if you can make it that far. Get the immediate impact starter, and then boom, it's all fine. And look, I think the most part about it is it's not necessarily like a glaring need of them. And it's like, wow, the reason why the 49ers always fail, they always go for the most glaring need. It never works. So this one, it's like a need, but it's not, top one need.
They've never drafted a DB before round 3 since John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan been here.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
What's funny? I think was the last DB, like actual defensive back, not just corner. Was it Jimmy Ward, or was Jimmy Ward first round? Jimmy Ward first round, right here.
Yeah, Jimmy Ward was first round. Eric Reed was first round. I mean, a lot of Trent Baalke would draft DBs high. John Lynch, one of the best DBs of his generation, won't draft DBs high. I don't understand that one.
Kyle Shanahan.
It just seems like Kyle Shanahan in particular, as an offensive coach, is so good at finding the 1 weak link in the other team's secondary and exploiting him mercilessly. And like, you constantly have that guy on the field on your defense, and it costs you in the biggest games. Who gave up the touchdown pass in the final play of the Super Bowl? Logan Ryan.
Yeah.
Duh. Obviously, that was going to happen. Of course, that happened. You can't have Logan Ryan on the field or Ambry Thomas. You got to have 5 defensive backs who are better than Logan Thomas and Ambry. Logan Ryan, whatever his name is. Sorry, Logan. You had great career. Ryan, yeah. Logan Thomas. That's the tight end. So what I would like the Niners to do is, a DB would be great, but they won't.
Yeah.
I bet you nickel they won't.
I feel like the free agency moves kind of like essentially they're kind of convinced themselves like, oh, we got Isaac Yadam. We have a special diamond in the rough here, and we got Rocky Sin, like, and for all we know, maybe Ambry Thomas gets better. Like, I feel like they kind of put themselves in a position where they'd be like, yeah, we're okay with without an early day corner again. So it's gonna be like, again, round 5 or round 4 corner all over again, and this is gonna be a guy who goes nowhere. People are gonna hype up like a Samuel Womack, like a Luter or a Tyreek Castro Fields, and it's gonna be like, all right, great, now you just have a guy. You just have another guy again.
To me, though, like when you spend a first-round pick on a corner, you're drafting that player because you want him to be able to match up man-to-man with the best wide receivers in the league, if that's what you need to do that week. And the Niners don't really aspire to be that kind of a defense. Like, they just want to play zone as much as possible. And if that's your identity, then you're just going to draft DBs on day 2 and day 3 because you're not asking them to do the hardest thing that a DB can do, which is cover someone like Brandon Ayuk one-on-one, man-to-man.
Did Charvarius Ward have to ask to man up with DK Metcalf on Thanksgiving?
Yep.
He said that.
I believe he did. And it's like when they brought him to the team, it was because DeMeco Ryans wanted to play more man-to-man coverage to give his pass rush a little bit extra time to get home. The idea was if you play press and make the quarterback hold the ball an extra beat, you're going to hit him. And they don't really, last year they played so far off. It was all very soft zone coverage. that's probably why they're not going to re-sign Lenore and Ward too. It's like, you're asking them to like rally and tackle? What are you asking them to do?
That'd be crazy if they let one of them, like both of them go. One of them's going to get gone. Probably Ward. Probably Ward because it'd be too expensive. He's going to be up there in age, but Lenore, he has inside outside versatility, and that's tremendous. And you can sign him as a nickel. You can sign him as a nickel, which guess what? It's cheaper.
I know, but if they play him at nickel this year just to do that, God, they're gonna really piss him off.
Because number one, he's
Brandon
really
Ayuk,
and number two, yeah, he's cheaper that way. Pick 31. You guys
going to be expensive. Line, huh? He's a good outside corner. Huh?
You got D-line.
Yeah. All right.
It's just how these guys just get your corner for one. But yeah, I just don't like, and I wrote about that too. Like, it makes so much sense. It makes so much sense to go corner right now. But they're just not going to do it. It's not what they do because it's not a glaring need anymore. They draft for need.
They'll get a corner.
Yeah, like 3. Round 6.
In round. Yeah, exactly.